It is that time of the year again. You are likely hearing more from doctors and health clinics recommending people to get their flu shots and COVID vaccines.
Yeah, and whether you choose to get your shots or not, we wanted to have a conversation about some of the facts associated with vaccines. So for that, we wanted to bring in Jacqueline Dudley, Dr. Jacqueline Dudley, a molecular biologist with UT Austin. Of course, she knows all things about infectious diseases as well as vaccines. Jacqueline, thanks so much for being here today.
Sure.
All right, so first and foremost, why do doctors and other experts say that people should keep up with their vaccines?
Well, for one thing, if you don't get your annual flu shot or keep up to date with your vaccines, you're much more likely to get an infection. And instead of a sore arm or feeling bad for, say, 24 hours, then you're likely to be sick for 2 to 3 weeks, if not longer.
And two things with this question, Dr. Dudley. What are some common things you hear when it comes to why people do not want to keep up with their shots, and how do you respond to those?
Well, I guess nobody particularly enjoys getting a shot, but it seems like a minor inconvenience compared to having long-term symptoms. There is something called long COVID, where people can be sick for over 6 months and can have long-term effects on organs such as their lungs or heart. So having a flu shot or a COVID shot to make sure that you are protected or at least have a very mild symptoms seems like a very minor inconvenience.
Okay, Dr. Dudley, and you might have already touched on this, but break down for us, I guess, which vaccines are most important for people to really stay on top of on a yearly basis?
Right. So we don't have a lot of experience with COVID at this point, but we do know that the virus is still changing. This is something we're used to with flu. Is that each season the virus actually responds to people having immunity, and we get escape from the previous vaccines, and the virus is able to change and to infect. So at the very least, I would say COVID and flu are the predominant infections that we're going to deal with this season.
And with that COVID vaccine in particular for this year, the booster has been adapted to one of the latest strains. Is that right? Could you explain how that works?
Right. So what people do for both flu and COVID, they are constantly monitoring infections. So they actually determine the genetic makeup of those viruses, and they compare it to previous strains. And if they see enough differences, then those are incorporated into the new vaccines so that you will then be protected, whereas people who haven't gotten a vaccine are going to be much more susceptible.
Do you ever hear from people who are hesitant to get vaccines who might have heard things that aren't necessarily true? And if you have, can you share some of those stories with us?
I guess people don't usually approach me about that. I talk to students
I gotcha.
often about getting their vaccines.
Uh-huh.
And I think, the most objections is, oh, I don't have time to do it, or it's inconvenient for me to go and get my vaccine. But for the things that are important in life, we tend to make time. And so this is one of the things. It's not only important for you, but it is also important for people who may not be able to get these vaccines. And so we have this immunity that it exists in the entire population, and that is important for protecting everyone.
And even after this conversation today, you probably still have people out there who just might not want to get vaccinated. And if that is the case, what advice do you have to them just to do their best to try to stay healthy?
Right. Well, I mean, one thing you can do is to wear a mask, particularly when you are in crowded places. This tends to be true in the heat of the summer, where we're all congregated indoors in the air conditioning, or in the winter where people are congregated inside because of it's too cold. So wearing a mask will protect you against COVID and against flu.
Well, Dr. Jacqueline Dudley, we appreciate you again spending some time with us this morning to talk through some of these questions, and hopefully this gives some people some more insight about there, because now is the time to really get on to your vaccinations, whether it's with flu or COVID. So we appreciate it again. Thank you.
Sure.
All right, everybody, we will see you after the break, and we'll have more news and weather then.